Hello, I'm Sandrea Williamson. I'm chairperson of the Western North Carolina Conference Commission on Archives and History. We're here at Bass Chapel United Methodist Church in Greensboro, North Carolina. This is an old faith community that's been serving the northern end of Guilford County since 1875. This is the first in a series of sessions on the job of the local church historian. So, now you're a church historian. What exactly does that job entail? Let's look at the Book of Discipline, paragraph 247, subsection 5. It says, the responsibilities of the historian are to keep historical records up to date, serve as chairperson of the Committee on Records and History, if any, and cooperate with the Annual Conference Commission on Archives and History. It continues, the historian should provide an annual report to the charge conference and to provide for the preservation of church records and historical materials no longer in use. Why keep these records? There are at least 3 really good reasons. For legal and other reasons, church leaders may need to document some past event or decision. It helps the church remember and celebrate their history. Understanding the past helps the congregation plan for the future. Some important steps you'll want to remember are: organize a committee on records and history, establish an archives if one does not already exist, encourage church officers to keep accurate church records. If your church already has a written history, keep it updated. If the church does not already have a written history, start one. Promote interest in the history of your congregation and the United Methodist Church. Help in planning the church's historic observances, especially milestone anniversaries such as the 50th and 100th. Help people who wish to do research in your church's records. Here are some other tips that can help you in your work. Learn more about your community history and how your church relates to it. Talk with others in your community who are active in historical organizations. Review the historical materials already assembled in your church to determine what needs to be updated and whether they might be better organized. Talk with long-term members of your congregation to learn what they can share about the church's history. If feasible, record their oral histories. Participate in workshops and training offered by your conference and district leaders. In the future, other sessions will discuss types of historical materials to save, where to find them, and things not to save, organizing and preserving historic materials, working with church leaders in preserving historic records, resources available from the conference archives, and researching and writing your church history. And that concludes session 1, but there's much more to come. We'll see you soon.